hold on to it and shoot for the sky.
WWE wrestlers appear in WWE video games every year, but on occasion, some wrestlers appear more than once in a single video game. So, in this week's video, we look at 10 wrestlers who appeared in a single WWE video game more than once. Number 1, The Undertaker. The Undertaker has appeared in tons of WWE video games. But the first time he appeared in a single game more than once was in WWE. Here comes the pain. His then current American Badass character was in the game, and so was his legendary Deadman character. And since then, he's appeared in multiple WWE games more than once, and in multiple forms. Number 2, Kane. Kane has been in a lot of WWE games since his video game debut in WWF Warzone. But WWE SmackDown vs. Raw was his first time appearing in a single game more than once. He appeared as his then current Kane version and also as his legendary masked Kane version too. And since then, throughout the years, he's appeared in multiple games in multiple forms. Number 3, Mick Foley. Mick Foley has played multiple characters in WWE. So, it's no surprise he'd eventually have more than one appearance in a WWE video game. That first happened in WWF Warzone. He appeared as Mankind, Cactus Jack, and Dude Love. Cactus Jack and Dude Love were unlockable characters in the game. Mick Foley would eventually, years later, get to appear in more WWE games as all three, and even as himself. Number 4, John Cena. John Cena was at one point the doctor of thugonomics, and later became the Cena we all love and know today. So eventually, as Cena would become a WWE legend, all his versions would have to come to the same game. The first time this happened was in the WWE 13 video game. We got the current Cena type version and the 2004 Word Life type of version. And even since then, we've seen multiple versions, if Cena, in WWE video games. Number 5, Rey Mysterio. Rey Mysterio has been around long enough to appear in WCW and WWE video games. And it was only a matter of time before we saw multiple characters or versions of Rey Mysterio in WWE games. And that happened in WWE 2K22. He was the cover star for the game and was that year's 2K Showcase star too. In 2K22, we saw 9 versions of him. We had the then current 2022 version of him alongside a 2005 version, a 2006 version, a 2008 version, 2 2009 versions, a 2011 version, and 2 WCW versions too. It was really cool to play as any era of Rey Mysterio that you wanted. Quiz time. Time for this week's trivia question. Who was the first person to appear on 2 WWE game covers? Was it A, Stone Cold Steve Austin, B, The Rock, C, John Cena, D, Hulk Hogan? Stay tuned and find out at the end of the video. Number 6, Stone Cold Steve Austin. Stone Cold Steve Austin is one of, and to some, the biggest star in WWE history. And the first time we got multiple versions of Stone Cold was in WWE 2K14. We got different eras of Austin, which gave us multiple versions of him to play as. Since then, we have had more than one appearance of Stone Cold in more WWE video games. Number 7, Triple H. Triple H has had multiple character changes in WWE. We've seen Evolution and DX versions. We've also seen good guy SND bad guy versions of him too. But the first time we saw Triple H appear in a WWE game more than once was in WWE 2K16. We got a then current version of him and also past era versions, plus his Hunter Hearst Helmsley persona too. Since then, we have seen tons of Triple H appearances in other games too. Number 8. Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan was involved in wrestling for so long that he had multiple versions of himself. And WWE SmackDown vs. Raw 2006 was the first time we were able to play as those different versions. There was his then current version, and then also his NWO, and the 80s versions of him as well. Since then, a lot of WWE games have featured Hogan in different eras and forms. Number 9. Kevin Nash. Kevin Nash has played a lot of different characters, but is mostly remembered for his Kevin Nash Diesel characters. And the first time we got to play as multiple Kevin Nash characters was in WWE 2K14. He appeared as his old WWE 90s gimmick Diesel, and also as the NWO and the Outsiders versions of himself. Since then, we've seen multiple versions of Nash in WWE games. Number 10. Scott Hall. Scott Hall also played under some different gimmicks and names as well. Razor Ramon and Scott Hall. And the first game we got multiple versions of Hall was WWE 2K17. It was the first game you could play as two different characters and versions of Hall. Since then, we've had 2 more versions of Hall in WWE games throughout the years. Before we go, earlier in the video, we asked the question, who was the first person to appear on 2 WWE game covers? Was it A. Stone Cold Steve Austin, B. The Rock, C. John Cena, D. Hulk Hogan? And the answer is D. Hulk Hogan. Hogan was the very first to ever appear on 2 different WWE game covers. The first was WWF WrestleMania in 1989, and the second was WWF WrestleMania Challenge in 1990. And that was our list. Can you think of any other wrestlers who appeared in a single WWE game more than once? Maybe under other gimmicks or names? Let us know in the comments section below. Don't forget to follow Ring Post Daily Podcast on YouTube and Facebook. Until next week, happy wrestling.